Hi, good evening and namaste. Thank you so very much for being here with me this Sunday in Sunday Live Session with me, Smriti Kalra. आप और मैं, we both are in the pandemic era. We are living the pandemic era united. Because united we stand, divided we fall. इंडिया की जो भी हालत है पूरा वर्ल्ड देख रहा है एंड पूरा वर्ल्ड यूनाइट हो गया है, एकजुट हो गया है, एक साथ हेल्प कर रहा है हमारी इंडिया की कि हम ये कोविड जो हमारा ये पैंडमिक है, कोविड-19 वायरस है, उसको फाइट कर सके, उसको सर्वाइव कर सके। कोई भी चीज़ फाइट एंड सर्वाइव करने के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो ज़रूरी होती है वो है एजुकेशन, वो है नॉलेज। और एजुकेशन एंड नॉलेज इज द बिगेस्ट वेपन दैट वी हैव। बिकॉज अगर हमें किसी चीज़ के बारे में पता होगा, नॉलेज होगी, एजुकेशन होगी, तो हम इन्फॉर्म चॉइसेस ले पाएंगे। हमारे इन्फॉर्म चॉइसेस अगर हम ले पाएंगे तो हम हमारा कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन प्लान कर पाएंगे। जब हमारा कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन प्लान कर पाएंगे तब हमें पता होगा कि हमको क्या चीज़ों की ज़रूरत है और क्या चीज़ों की ज़रूरत नहीं है। तो कोविड-19 जो ये वायरस है उसको फाइट करने के लिए जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन हमको चाहिए, all the information that we need to empower ourselves, to power ourselves to fight COVID, it'll be so much better कि हम forwarded WhatsApp messages या इधर उधर से पूछने के अलावा हम एक मेडिकल एक्सपर्ट से ये चीज़ जाने और मेडिकल एक्सपर्ट से हम पूछें। एंड आज हमारे साथ जो मेडिकल एक्सपर्ट आने वाले हैं उनकी लिस्ट ऑफ अकम्पलिशमेंट्स, आई मीन आई डोंट नो व्हेन टू स्टार्ट एंड व्हेन टू फिनिश। हमारे साथ ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं डॉक्टर मार्कस रानी। वो डॉक्टर हैं एंड ही इज़ ऑल्सो अ पब्लिश्ड ऑथर। उनकी बुक पब्लिश हुई है फरवरी में, आज ही ये डिलीवर हुई है। आई विल बी रीडिंग इट। इन दिस बुक ही टॉक्स अबाउट, मैंने पढ़ी तो नहीं है पर जितना मुझे अंदाजा है कि कैसी हमारा जो ह्यूमन बॉडी है एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस में, क्योंकि बॉडी हमारी जो मशीनरी है इतनी स्ट्रांग है कि एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस में एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस को फाइट करती है। एंड कोविड में भी यही हो रहा है। जो नया वायरस आया है, जो एक्सट्रीम कंडीशन हो गए हैं, अब बॉडी इज फाइटिंग इट। सो ही इज बीन एन एक्सपीडिशन डॉक्टर। वो उन्होंने माउंट एवरेस्ट में एक्सपीडिशन किया है, फिजिकली एक्सप्लोर किया है, मेडिकल इन्वेस्टिगेशन किए उधर। उन्होंने डॉक्टरी पढ़ी है लंदन से। He was chosen as the global shaper by World Economic Forum. उनके आर्टिकल्स पब्लिश होते हैं in Forbes, in various publications. वो एक रिसर्च कर रहे हैं about कैसे climate change और planet कैसे how is it related. He has served the Royal Air Force as a medical doctor. तो जो Royal Air Force है वहाँ पे उन्होंने फाइटर पायलट्स कैसे होते हैं जो एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस में काम करते हैं, उनकी बॉडी, उनका माइंड सेटअप क्या होता है, उन्होंने उनके साथ काम किया है, उनको स्टडी किया है। ही इज ऑल्सो बीन द मेडिकल डॉक्टर इन नासा। सो नासा में जो एस्ट्रोनॉट्स होते हैं, द एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस दैट दे वर्क इन, उनको स्टडी किया है। आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑल दिस व्हाई डू यू रियलाइज द spectrum, the wide spectrum of his achievements, of his knowledge. तो उन्होंने क्लिनिकल मेडिसिन पढ़ी भी है, साथ ही साथ उन्होंने वो चीज़ टेस्ट भी करी है। बिकॉज ही होल्ड्स द गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बैकवर्ड रनिंग के लिए। और अगर वो एक्सपीडिशन में गए हैं, उन्होंने वहां पे एक्सप्लोरेशन किया है, तो अपनी बॉडी को इतनी एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस में टेस्ट में डाला है। सो समवन with such great knowledge, it'll be stupid if I waste one more moment and not connect and ask all the questions that we have about COVID-19, the do's and don'ts. Hi, good evening, Dr. Rane. How are you?
Good evening, Smriti. Thank you. Very nice to see you. How are you?
I am absolutely fantabulous. And I feel more fantabulous because we have the privilege today that you have joined us, taken out your time to join in this Sunday live session. So thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me. I will admit my air conditioning has stopped working, so it's rather warm. So I took my jacket off.
All right. So this is one of the questions actually, that should we switch on the AC? Does switching on the AC help in increasing the coronavirus, or does it have something to do with it? Since you just spoke about the air conditioning.
Yeah, Generally, we advise that cross ventilation in the room is much better, because if someone does have coronavirus and they are in a risk of transmitting that to other people, then the airflow will allow it to be dispersed very, very quickly. A lot of people also ask me, if I sleep in the air conditioning, will that make me more prone to it? And what I will say is that there are some people who generally are more allergic or more reactive to the cold, dry air that's created by the air conditioning unit.
I see.
It doesn't mean you're more prone to getting the virus, but if you do have the virus, you may have more irritation, etc. So do what you feel comfortable.
Dr. Rane, first of all, congratulations. Your book was published in February. I just got my copy today. I will be reading it tomorrow.
Thank you very much. So thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to hearing which your favorite bits were.
Absolutely, because this whole mind-body connection and how body rules the mind, and body becomes the mind, and then I just, this topic field really intrigues me. Dr. Rane, before we start with the COVID-19 do's and don'ts, would it be okay if I ask the questions in Hindi, and you can keep answering in English, and then I'll keep converting? Would that be okay?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a little embarrassed that my Hindi is not good enough to answer you, but please go ahead. Yes. And firstly, before we start, can I just thank you for using your platform and all of the incredible folks who follow you, and I can see all the messages coming up as well. I think it's such a responsible action that you're doing to try and bring up-to-date medical information to people. So thank you for doing this for everyone.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Dr. Rane, मैंने आपका introduction दे दिया, but it would be great कि आप अपने आप को introduce करें to everyone who's live before we dive into the list of questions that we have.
Sure. I'm a science geek. I just love science. I love human biology. I'm very fortunate that my career over the last 20 plus years have allowed me to wear different hats, but also the while focusing on how I can achieve the most value, the most fun from this body and brain that I've been given. And I now think it's my responsibility to bring that message to the rest of the world as well. You spoke about my early career when I was in the Air Force. I spent time working at NASA. I led expeditions to different parts of the world. And a lot of those stories I talk about in the book, where we're looking at how the human body can adapt to different extreme environments. Yes. I then became a doctor in London. I used to practice there. And then 11 years ago, I chased a girl and I moved to India, and it ended very well because we're now married and we have two wonderful young children. And she's actually putting both of them to sleep. So I want to thank her for that, so that the house is a little quiet for us to do this conversation. And I've just been involved in a whole host of other elements. But when the pandemic started last year, even though I had been out of clinical medicine for more than 10, 11 years, I decided to become a volunteer. I was working in the city that I live, which is Mumbai, as a surveillance doctor working in the slums in Worli to Dadar, in that area of the city. And I did this for 4 months. Then I fell unwell. I caught the virus. I was very sick with it. For 4 months, it took me to then get back to health properly. And like so many people, we thought that India had managed to overcome those challenges, and perhaps we would be headed in a different direction to the one we face ourselves today. And so I'm very grateful, therefore, that folks like you can bring these types of audiences together, and I can do my part to answer any questions around coronavirus, the management, the symptoms, the treatment, the vaccines, oxygen, what to do, what not to do, etc. So everyone, please feel free to type your questions, and I know Smriti is going to do a great job in curating and moderating them for us today.
Thank you. So Dr. Rane, first question है कि अगर simple language में, सरल भाषा में, a simple explanation कि COVID क्या है? So what is coronavirus?
It's a virus, like so many other viruses that we face every day. SARS-CoV-2, which is the official name of novel coronavirus, is one virus within the coronavirus family. And we know that there are 4 or 5 other coronaviruses which we face on a day-to-day basis. This just happens to have created the impact that it has around the world. Like any other virus, it comes into our body. This particular way is spread by aerosol, by little droplets in the air. People who are infected, as they talk, as they cough, as they shout, those virus particles are put into the atmosphere, and then we breathe them. They enter through, typically they enter through our nose as we breathe in through our mouth, and then they gain access into our body. And the real challenge with this virus is actually not just the effect of the virus and making us sick. It then activates the immune system, and that immune system then begins to attack a number of different cells in our body. It attacks our lungs and we get the pneumonia. It attacks our muscles and we get the myositis. It attacks our nerves. It creates problems in the clotting mechanism, which is why we're seeing so many blood clots in people. So it's causing all these, call them collateral events around the original event, which is that viral entry into the cell. So that's basically what COVID is doing to your body.
So, जो आपने मेंशन किया कि आपके मसल्स को हार्म करता है, आपके लंग्स को हार्म कर रहा है, ब्लड क्लॉटिंग में डिफिकल्टी करता है, ब्लड क्लॉट्स हो रहे हैं, सॉरी, जिसकी वजह से अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट्स वगैरह हो रहे हैं. सो ये जो भी सिम्टम्स हैं, ये अभी जो नया कोरोना आया है, जिसका क्लिनिकल बिहेवियर पुराने वाले कोरोना से काफी डिफरेंट है, ये अभी वाले का है जो न्यू स्ट्रेन है, कि ये जो पुराना जो फर्स्ट वेव ऑफ कोरोना आया था 2020 में, वो भी वही था? सो व्हाट आर द सिम्टम्स? लाइक यू जस्ट मेंशन कि खांसने से ड्रॉपलेट्स करते हैं. सो क्या ये जो नया कोरोना है, इज इट एयरबॉर्न? बिकॉज़ लॉट ऑफ पीपल.
ओके, absolutely, it remains an airborne virus. It's spread via respiratory droplets. That's exactly the same. This particular strain that your viewers may have read about, it was the double strain 1617. It's now been spoken about the triple strain, which is 1618. All that means is that, like every other virus, this particular virus also mutates itself. In fact, we're kind of lucky because coronavirus actually mutates at a much slower rate versus some of the other viruses like influenza, which is the cause of that respiratory infection that we see every year. That rate of mutation is almost twice to 3 times as fast as what we're seeing with coronavirus. So we are actually quite fortunate that the mutations are slow and the mutations are subtle. Because of that, it's still causing a lot of effect around the world. There has been a change to the spike protein, which is responsible for the viral entry into the cell and the recognition of the antibody to that particular lock and key mechanism, if you think about it as a lock and a key. So there is some subtle changes that have happened to the spike protein, but by and large, the variants are still very similar to the original virus. The symptoms, therefore, are quite similar. There's a cough, there's a fever. People complain of shortness of breath, in breathing difficulties. Some people have problems with their stomach. They have diarrhea. They have a stomach pain.
Which is new this time.
Actually, no. We were actually seeing a lot of that the last time around as well.
I see.
Clinically, the 2 or 3 things which are new, I would say, anecdotally, is the number of children that have gotten involved this time. In the first wave, there were children, but there were much fewer children. Now there are much more children who are getting infected. We are lucky that that infection generally is still quite mild for children, and they are well treated with paracetamol or Crocin as a syrup for a couple of days. Their fever goes away. So that's one change. There's a change in the age group that this is affecting. The second change is that this seems to be more easily transmitted between people. In the first wave, if there was a positive case at home, I may have seen maybe 1 or maybe maximum 2 other people in the house. This time, if there's a positive case at home, almost the entire house has got COVID at some point in the last 2 weeks. So this is spreading much more quicker than the first virus as well. So these are some of the subtle changes that we are beginning to see with this triple variant versus the original strain that we had this time last year.
सो आपने मेंशन किया जो सिम्टम्स हैं, ब्रीदिंग प्रॉब्लम होती है, डाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम होती है, फीवर होता है, मस्कुलर बॉडी पेन होता है, वीकनेस हो जाती है,
Yeah.
ब्रेथ हो जाते हैं। सो जो सिम्टम्स हैं ये, सो हाउ डू वी नो दैट, क्योंकि जो बात हो रही है कि माइल्ड है कि सिवियर है कि मॉडरेट है, सो हाउ डू वी नो दैट हम किस कैटेगरी में हैं, कि हमारे जो सिम्टम्स है वो माइल्ड हैं, सिवियर हैं या मॉडरेट हैं?
Okay. The first thing I will say is that anyone who suspects themselves to be suffering from COVID-19 should get a test. And the test to be done is the RT-PCR, the nasal swab test, which is available. Because that information is very important for us. It'll help us know which medication to start when. It'll also let us know if you actually have COVID as opposed to not having COVID. And then the treatment obviously is very different for that. And last of all, most importantly, it helps us identify the person to be isolated and try and break the spread of transmission. This is why it's very important. I understand people are scared. It's very natural for a person to be scared. I understand that there is still a stigma. I don't know what the Hindi word with stigma would be, but I think it's important for us to talk about that. People should not be scared of testing themselves because it's very important medically and from a treatment perspective. So that's rule number one. Test ke liye jana chahiye. Rule number two is what do you do if you get a positive test? So we see a CT result. It's called the cycle time on the, so you'll have RT-PCR positive or negative. And if you have a positive result, typically for most of the tests, there's a CT value. That CT value tells us how much virus is inside of your body. It doesn't tell the doctor how severe your illness is. What it tells me is how infectious are you. Okay, that's an important thing for people to understand. People call me saying, doctor, my number is 12, or doctor, my number is 18. What do I need to do? And I have to tell people, I'll say it again, it doesn't mean how severe the disease is. All it tells us is how infectious you are. The scale is an opposite scale. It's an inverse scale. So the smaller the number, agar number bahut chota hai, so then the severity of that is much higher. Okay. If your number is high, so if your number is 25 and above, that means you have a lower level of virus inside of your body. Okay. So that's an important thing for people to appreciate. And maybe you want to say that in Hindi for everyone as well, because I think that's an important fact for people to understand.
ऑलराइट, तो सबसे पहले अगर आपको कोई भी सिम्टम्स फील हो रहे हैं, आपको बुखार हो रहा है, आपका पेट खराब हो रहा है, आपको थोड़ा वॉमिटिंग लग रहा है, बॉडी पेन हो रहा है, आपके आजू बाजू अगर किसी को कोरोना है और सबको ही हो रहा है, तो फर्स्ट थिंग आप करते हो, आप टेस्ट करवाते हो। तो टेस्ट कौन सा वाला? आपका RT-PCR वाला, जो स्वॉब वाला होता है, जो अंदर डालते हैं आपके गले में, आपके नाक में, आप वो कराएंगे। फिर जब उसका रिजल्ट आएगा तो उसकी एक वैल्यू आती है, CT वैल्यू। तो मान लीजिए CT वैल्यू आई 19, या मान लीजिए, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपका, तो अब ये उल्टा है, अगर आपकी CT वैल्यू ज्यादा आई है तो इसका मतलब है आप लेस इन्फेक्शियस है। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप का जो कोरोना वायरस है वो ज्यादा, इवन आई डोंट नो लॉट ऑफ हिंदी वर्ड्स, ज्यादा सिवियर है, ये नहीं है, ठीक है। तो अगर आपका CT वैल्यू ज्यादा आ रहा है तो आप डरिए मत, आप लेस इन्फेक्शियस है। अगर CT वैल्यू कम आ रहा है तो आप ज्यादा इन्फेक्शियस हैं। Doctor, you just spoke about the COVID test. Many times some people
Yes.
are getting this RT-PCR test and it is coming negative. Sorry. बहुत बार जो लोग ये टेस्ट करा रहे हैं, RT-PCR का जो टेस्ट, वो नेगेटिव आ रहा है, बट उनको सिम्टम्स हैं। तो अगर ऐसा हो तो क्या करें?
तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है RT-PCR का टेस्ट में कि उसका सेंसिटिविटी बहुत अच्छा नहीं है। उसका सेंसिटिविटी का मतलब है कि अगर a person is positive and that result to be shown as positive as well, it's only around 70% sensitive. तो तो अगर 3 लोगों टेस्ट हुआ और उन तीनों का कोविड है लंग्स के अंदर, ओनली 2 लोगों का पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट होएगा. Okay, that's the problem with the RT-PCR test. Unfortunately, it is the best test that we have available with us right now, which is why if you have symptoms of COVID and you test negative, the advice is to isolate yourself for another 3 or 4 days and then repeat the test. And in most people, that repeat test will come back as positive. Okay, so that's very, very important. So thank you for asking that question. It's very important for people to
तो अगर
understand.
आप आरटी-पीसीआर टेस्ट करा रहे हैं, आपको सारे सिम्टम्स लग रहे हैं, बट आपका जो टेस्ट नेगेटिव आया है, आप प्लीज एक चीज करिए, अपने आप को क्वारंटीन कर लीजिए. आप अलग से सेल्फ आइसोलेट करिए, एक कमरे में अपने आप को बंद रखिए, 3-4 दिन तक वेट करिए और फिर से टेस्ट करवाइए. और अधिकतर ऐसा होता है कि उस समय आपका जो टेस्ट है वो पॉजिटिव आ ही जाता है. सो डॉक्टर, द रैपिड टेस्ट, इट डजंट होल्ड एनी वैल्यू? इट डजंट?
I wouldn't say it doesn't hold value. It's got a use, which obviously it allows you to get the result within 20 minutes. And that is very helpful अगर airport में है या mall में है या whatever else, and you need to get the result in 10 to 15 minutes. It's obviously very useful from that perspective. Problem है कि उसका sensitivity RT-PCR के भी छोटा है. उसका sensitivity I think is anywhere between 40 to 45%. So again, the medical community is doing its best, making the test as best it can, but this is a very new virus and we're trying to create the right tools available. So that's the problem with the rapid antigen test.
डॉक्टर, लॉट ऑफ पीपल अब क्या कर रहे हैं, सब भाग रहे हैं सीटी स्कैन कराने के लिए, बट सीटी स्कैन की जो रेडिएशंस काफी हार्मफुल होती हैं. तो मेरा पहला सवाल कि क्या सबको सीटी स्कैन कराना चाहिए? दूसरा सवाल कि कौन सी ऐसी हेल्थ इश्यूज हैं जिसमें सीटी स्कैन, अगर किसी को कोई हेल्थ इश्यूज है उसमें आपको सीटी स्कैन बिल्कुल नहीं कराना चाहिए?
नहीं, सीटी स्कैन हर लोगों के लिए अप्रोप्रिएट नहीं है. एक सीटी में एक्सरे का डोज लगभग 400 का एक्सरे होता है. It's almost the same as having 400 x-rays. So it's a very high radiation level which is created by the machine. The only type of person that should have a CT of the chest is someone who's having breathing difficulties. They have a khasi, a cough, and their oxygen level being measured by the machine on the finger has started to go down, and it's reaching a level of 92, 93, 94%. At that point, if you have a fever, you've tested positive for COVID-19, you have a cough, and you're feeling short of breath, and your oxygen level is dropping. In this situation, you should go and have what's called an HRCT, high resolution computer tomography, HRCT of the chest. This is useful because it allows us to diagnose a pneumonia, which is an infection of the lung, and also the radiologist, वो doctor जो scan देखता है computer पे, he can say what the score is. A score out of 25, 25 के ऊपर एक score होता है, CT का score. That's a different CT score to your RT-PCR. Yeah. Don't confuse So this CT score tells the doctor what percentage of your lung is affected by COVID. And that number out of 25 allows us as clinicians to know whether you are mild, moderate, or severe. And based on your mild, moderate, or severe, we can then give you the appropriate medication. That is the use of CT scans. Please don't go for a CT scan unless you need it.
तो अगर जो सब लोग भाग रहे हैं CT स्कैन कराने के लिए, हार्मफुल रेडिएशंस होते हैं, एक जो आप CT स्कैन कराते हैं वो लगभग 400 एक्सरे के बराबर है. तो इतनी हार्मफुल रेडिएशंस होती हैं. तो यदि अगर आपको बहुत दिक्कत हो रही है सांस लेने में, आपको टेम्परेचर है, बॉडी एक है, कफ है और सांस लेने में दिक्कत हो रही है, और एक जो ऑक्सीमीटर आता है, अगर उसमें जो लेवल 94 से कम है, राइट?
Yes.
जो दिखाता है कि कितना है आपका, what is the normal percentage that is, क्या percentage normal है डॉक्टर? the oxygen.
healthy human being में level 99 होना चाहिए. Problem क्या है कि ये machine aren't very sensitive. So some people have 97, 98, 99. That's also okay. For me, I always prefer to look at the patient clinically. Is she talking to me in full sentences? Or are they feeling out of breath? They can't take a breath, right? Are they able to lie down flat? Or do they feel so out of breath that they need to sit up like this when they're trying to go to sleep, etc.? How bad is their cough? So I try and look at all the things together, but these machines are very useful provided it's sensitive and it's a good quality machine. And always get to know what your number is. So people, they put the machine on and they call me and say, "Doctor, my number is 89." And I say, "Wait, stop, calm down."
Yeah.
Yeah. What you do, sit up in a chair for 2 minutes. Don't talk. Sit quietly for 2 minutes. Put the machine on your finger. Make sure your hands are nice and warm and dry.
Or index finger.
This is the best finger.
This is the best finger. Okay.
This is the best finger. Yeah.
And right,
so make sure your hands are clean,
right,
dry. No, it doesn't matter. Left, right, doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. And put it on. The only caveat is if a woman has painted her nails with nail polish, it can interfere with the machine. So put it on a machine, put it on a finger which you don't have any nail varnish. That's very important for women to know about. So hands clean, hands dry, sitting quietly for 2 minutes, taking normal breaths in and out slowly through the mouth, have the machine on, and then look at the number, the oxygen level, and the heart rate. It gives you both numbers are present. So write both of those numbers down in a diary. Keep the diary for yourself. And then when your doctor calls you, you can give her or him all of the numbers. That's the best way of measuring your oxygen levels.
तो अगर आपको सीटी स्कैन कराने जाना है, आप पहले देखेंगे आपको क्या क्या सिम्टम्स हैं. आपके घर में जो ऑक्सीमीटर है उसको इस फिंगर में आप लगाइए. गर्ल्स, अगर आपने अपने नेल पॉलिश लगाते हैं, सो इट इज बेटर कि आप नेल पॉलिश हटा दो, क्योंकि जो मशीन है वो उसकी जो सेंसिटिविटी है वो कम हो जाती है. तो आप लगाइए. चलते उठते बैठते बात करते नहीं, बिकॉज बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि ऑक्सीमीटर का जो मीटर रीडिंग होती है ऑक्सीलेट ऊपर नीचे होती रहती है. तो क्या करना है, देयर इज अ वे, जैसे डॉक्टर ने बताया है, एक जगह आराम से बैठिए, 2 मिनट बैठिए, सांस लीजिए, आराम से अपना हार्ट को सेटल कीजिए. उसके बाद ये ऑक्सीमीटर इस फिंगर में लगाइए और वो ऑक्सीमीटर का जो रीडिंग आएगा, 2 चीज की रीडिंग आती है. आपका हार्ट रेट आएगा, आपका कितना परसेंटेज ऑफ ऑक्सीजन वो आएगा. वो दोनों नोट करिए. अगर वो 94 से कम आ रहा है आपका ऑक्सीजन का जो परसेंटेज है, तब आप सीटी स्कैन के बारे में सोचिए. डॉक्टर ने अभी ये भी बताया, एंड सर व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज वी आर रनिंग आउट ऑफ ऑक्सीमीटर्स इन द मार्केट नाउ. तो डॉक्टर ने बातों में बताया कि अगर आपके पास ऑक्सीमीटर, sir, why don't you tell us what you just mentioned, that how do you gauge, you make the person speak the whole sentence. तो अगर ऑक्सीमीटर नहीं है हमारे पास और मार्केट में नहीं मिल रहा है और एक्चुअली वी हैव रन आउट ऑफ इट, तो ऑक्सीमीटर नहीं है, हम टेस्ट नहीं करवा पा रहे, आरटी पीसीआर टेस्ट कराया, वो नेगेटिव आ रहा है, बट मुझे सिम्टम्स हैं, तो मैं कैसे पता लगाऊं कि हाँ मुझे कोविड है और मुझे सीटी स्कैन कराना चाहिए.
हाँ, अगर लोगों को कॉफ होता है, अगर उसका सांस में कुछ तकलीफ होता है, शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रेथ, अगर वो पूरा सेंटेंस नहीं कंप्लीट कर सकता है और वो कट करता है और फिर they have to take 2 or 3 breaths and then they finish the sentence. अगर वो रात को फ्लैट नहीं सो सकता है और 2-3 पिलो ऐसा हेड के नीचे होने का है, and then I also ask sometimes, hold your breath for 10. A normal person like you and I can typically hold our breath for 10 to 12 seconds and still feel comfortable. Whereas someone who's got an infection in the lung, they will find it very difficult to do so. So अगर मशीन नहीं है आपके पास, ये 3-4 clinical symptoms जो मैं आपको बताया अभी, वो use कर सकता है और and then you can decide अगर CT जाने का है या नहीं.
All right. डॉक्टर, वन थिंग आपने बोला था, जो सीटी स्कैन का जो रीडिंग आता है, सो वो रीडिंग बताता है कि कितना लंग में इन्फेक्शन हुआ है।
करेक्ट।
तो मान लीजिए कि मैंने सीटी स्कैन करवाया और मेरे को कोई डॉक्टर नहीं मिल रहा है, या होता है ना कि मेंटली आपको स्ट्रेस हो रहा है कि मान लीजिए 25 आया उसका रीडिंग, सो मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि 25 हाई है या 20 लो है या 20? सो इज देयर एनी पैरामीटर दैट दिस
Yeah.
न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू इज?
There are three cutoffs. 7 or 8 is the cutoff for mild. Less than 7 or 8 means you've got mild disease.
अच्छा जी।
Between 7 and 14, 15 is usually a considered for moderate disease. And above 14, 15 to 25 is usually a considerate for severe disease.
ठीक है, तो अगर आप अपना सीटी स्कैन कराते हैं और आपका जो वैल्यू आ रहा है, इज देयर अ टेक्निकल टर्म फॉर द वैल्यू?
Yeah, some labs call it the CORAD, CORAD, CORAD score. Some labs just say CT chest score. It's a little complicated because in some parts of India they've started reporting it out of 40, but the gold standard recommendation by the ICMR is out of 25. So most labs will tell you out of 25.
तो आप जब सीटी स्कैन कराते हैं, 25 में से जो आपकी न्यूमेरिक वैल्यू, जो नंबर लिखा हुआ आता है, अगर 1 से 7 के बीच में है तो आपको माइल्ड कोविड है। आई कैन से दैट ना, आपको माइल्ड कोविड।
करेक्ट।
आप 7
Yeah.
से 14 के बीच में है तो आपको बीच का है, मॉडरेट है। 7 से ज्यादा अगर वैल्यू आती है तो मतलब आप थोड़े सीरियस हैं, एंड दैट इज व्हेन वन शुड रश टू द हॉस्पिटल एंड गेट एडमिटेड।
One sec, you said that wrong. 1 to 7 is mild, 7 to 14 or
14 is
15 is
moderate,
moderate. Yeah,
and
and
14 to
14 and
25।
above is, yeah,
तो
yeah.
अगर वैल्यू आता है 14 से ऊपर, इज
Huh.
दैट द पॉइंट, इज दैट द
No,
पैरामीटर?
before then. If your value is above 6 or 7, you should be talking to a doctor anyway because you need to be started on medications and there needs to be a plan in place in case your oxygen level falls even more. What do we do? Do we treat you at home? Do we move you to a hospital? Do you need a bed? So that planning needs to be done. So please don't wait. Please don't wait. We've seen, unfortunately, with this virus that people can turn very, very quickly. And the fact that a person is going for a CT scan already means that there is a cough, a problem with breathing, a fever, etc. So that person should anyway be under the care and advice of a doctor.
डॉक्टर, आपने अभी मेंशन किया कि आप जैसे ही सीटी स्कैन के लिए जाने लगते हैं, मतलब आपको इन टच होना पड़ेगा विद द डॉक्टर। अभी जो
Correct.
हालत है, हॉस्पिटल्स में जगह नहीं है, बेड्स अवेलेबल नहीं है, सो एक डॉक्टर से बात करना, सो दैट इज व्हाई हम बहुत थैंकफुल, वी वेरी ग्रेटफुल दैट यू कम हियर, कि हमारे जो भी क्वेश्चंस एंड कंफ्यूजन्स हैं अबाउट कोविड-19, यू नो, एन एक्सपर्ट, मेडिकल एक्सपर्ट, अ डॉक्टर इज आंसरिंग आवर क्वेश्चंस, बिकॉज नाउडेज एक डॉक्टर से बात करना इज ऑल्सो बिकम वेरी डिफिकल्ट। सो जैसे आपने जैसे बोला कि मान लीजिए सीटी स्कैन मेरा जो कोराड नंबर है 7 से ऊपर आया है, मुझे बेड नहीं मिल रहा है, आई कांट गो एनीवेयर, एंड द ओनली थिंग, अब मैं जो चीज कर सकती हूँ, मैं घर में होम क्वारंटीन करूँ। तो सर, हाउ डू आई गो अबाउट इट? व्हाट, क्या मेडिसिन में लूँ, क्या खाना खाऊं, पूरे दिन में मेरी दिनचर्या क्या रहे, व्हाट शुड बी माय डे like each day if I have a CT scan CORAD number more than 7 and I am infectious, I have COVID-19 and I cannot access any hospital medical care and support. So what do I do from the scratch?
I completely appreciate the challenge that so many people are under, which is why I even wanted to do this conversation with you. And what I'm about to say now is in no substitute for getting medical advice from your family doctor or another doctor. All I'm giving you is suggestions that you can consider, okay? The first thing to be done is if your oxygen levels are dropping, you know, and it would be 92, 93%, you need to think about how can you get home oxygen for yourself if you're not able to get a hospital bed. Now, there are different types of oxygen machines available. There is something called an oxygen concentrator machine. And that machine basically takes the air and it takes the oxygen from the air and it then supplies it to the patient either in a mask or in a nasal device. Okay. This machine is very good because the amount of air that we have is unlimited. The problem, of course, it requires electricity. Okay. And try and do it in an open room so that there's a good amount of ventilation so that fresh air is coming. The problem with these machines is most of the machines only go to an oxygen level flow of about 5 liters per minute, which is actually a really small amount.
All right.
If you have the machine at home, you can start yourself on 2 liters a minute, see how comfortable you feel. And as that requirement increases, you can slowly begin to increase that number. But as I said, please talk to your doctor because oxygen is a drug. Oxygen is toxic, it's dangerous, and oxygen is addictive. So if you're not doing it properly, you may cause yourself more harm in the long run, right? So start slow with the oxygen, home oxygen concentrator. The other type of device which is available that a lot of people have is the oxygen cylinder. These cylinders are compressed gas. So it's almost 100% oxygen, 80 to 90% oxygen. It's compressed gas. That means you can achieve a much higher level of oxygen through the mask. You can actually go up to 15, 16, 18 liters per minute. So if your oxygen level in your lungs is really low, you can actually get a high output. But the problem is it's limited because it's just a cylinder.
Yes.
Once the cylinder runs out, you're out of gas.
Yes.
So there are positive and negatives with both. Ultimately, what you're doing is you're just creating time so that you can get admitted to a jumbo facility, to a COVID hospital, to some form of medical center where you can get medical advice, oxygen if required, and the medication if required. This is just there to act as a mechanism to buy you a bit of time while your family, friends, or volunteers and citizens are helping you get a bed.
All right. So right now the biggest drug जिसकी मारामारी चल रही है वो ऑक्सीजन है. ऑक्सीजन एक ड्रग है. तो अगर आप कोविड पॉजिटिव हो गए हैं, आपको हॉस्पिटल में बेड नहीं मिल रहा है और हम न्यूज में आजू बाजू अपने व्हाट्सएप मैसेजेस में लोगों से बात कर रहे हैं, सब कह रहे हैं कि अपना ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर रखो, अपना ऑक्सीजन अपने पास होना चाहिए. तो विदाउट कंसल्टिंग अ डॉक्टर प्लीज अपने आप मत स्टार्ट कीजिएगा. ऑक्सीजन का एक ऑक्सीजन कॉन्सेंट्रेट आता है. वो होता है कि जो बाहर जो हमारी एयर है वो हवा को यूज करके उसकी ऑक्सीजन को यूज करके सप्लाई करता है, which should be 2 liters per minute as you just mentioned.
It starts at 2 liters, correct? Yeah.
So डॉक्टर is it like that कि सपोज मुझे बहुत ज्यादा डैमेज हुआ है तो फिर मैं बढ़ा दूंगी उसकी मात्रा?
You can increase it. It will go up to a maximum of 5 liters a minute.
5 liters. So ये decide करना, for that I need a medical expert to tell me. मैं अपने आप नहीं कर सकती.
You need the doctor to tell it. Correct.
So
absolutely.
Everyone जो कह रहे हैं कि हमने ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर रख लिया है, हम अपने आप कर लेंगे. You need a medical doctor, you need a medical expert. वो आपको बताएंगे कि आपको कितनी ऑक्सीजन जरूरत है. ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर होते हैं क्योंकि उसमें ऑक्सीजन पूरा भरा होता है, कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड होता है, वो 90% प्योर ऑक्सीजन होता है. वो 15 लीटर पर मिनट यू मेंशन्ड.
It can go up to 15 liters per minute.
Can go up to. But starting point, okay, hypothetically, अगर मेरा CT scan आया है, I know lot of factors आप जब देखते हैं किसी डॉक्टर को सब ध्यान देते हैं. But अगर मैं सिर्फ CT कोराड नंबर मान लीजिए मेरा 11 आया है, सिर्फ अगर मैं आपको ये बताऊं एंड आप मेरे साथ वीडियो कॉल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, मुझे मिल नहीं पा रहे हैं, तो यू कांट सी माय कंडीशन एंड यू कैन जस्ट हियर माय वॉइस. तो उस लेवल पे मान लीजिए अगर कोराड नंबर 11 है तो आप कितना बोलेंगे कि अगर घर पे मेरे पास एक ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर है तो कितना ऑक्सीजन फ्लो पर मिनट मुझे इनहेल करना चाहिए?
नहीं, कोराड स्कोर पे नहीं होता है. ऑक्सीजन लेवल जो होता है वो पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर It's based on that. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
94 से अगर कम होता है, so अगर किसी का 70 है, so actually there is a question that someone said, someone's mother, वो ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर पे अभी सर्वाइव कर रहे हैं, एंड जब उनके पास ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर होता है तो करीबन उनका ऑक्सीजन ठीक टच कर रहा होता है 90, बट जब उनको बाथरूम जाना होता है, एंड यू नो द 3 मिनट वॉक, वो जो बाथरूम में जाते हैं और वापस आते हैं, it just dropped down to 68. So how severe is it? And since we've taken up this question, what are the medication, घर पे बैठे बैठे अगर हम अपने आप को होम क्वारंटीन कर रहे हैं, हम एक ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर से ऑक्सीजन ले रहे हैं, what are the list of medicines जो हमारे पास होनी चाहिए, जो हमें immediately start कर देनी चाहिए, जो medicines हमको हॉस्पिटल में मिलेंगी, जो हम जा नहीं सकते, वो घर बैठे बैठे वो मेडिसिन की लिस्ट क्या है?
So the medications which can be used at home for mild disease are number one, the antiviral Faviflu, otherwise known as Favipiravir, right? That has
खत्म हो रही है, तो उसका कुछ substitute?
No, there aren't. This is. I know we are living in a very challenging situation right now. The antiviral medication has been shown to be effective in mild cases when given early on in the disease. So this is the first one. The second one, which is now showing to be effective for people who've got breathing difficulties, is a spray, is a steroid inhaler called budesonide. That's the inhaler that a lot of asthmatics use. And that has also been shown to be effective.
Please for us.
BUD, Bud, SESONIDEE, budesonide. Then the third thing, which is very effective, of course, for the fever, is Dolo 650.
Anji.
Right. The fourth thing, which is effective for muscle pain and body ache, is something simple like Combiflam or ibuprofen 400 milligrams. Then if you are suffering from acidity or stomach pain, you can take Sompras 40 or Pantocid 40.
Anji.
And then, of course, I think it's always useful for people to be taking vitamins and minerals like zinc, vitamin D, vitamin B complex, and vitamin C. These are 4 vitamins which are good in the long term. It may not have any benefit in the short term, but people may feel good taking them. And then the last thing is the cough syrup. Any cough syrup is helpful if you have a cough.
I see. All right. So ये जो medications हैं, ये immediately घर पे हमको start कर लेनी चाहिए. इस समय
under the direction of a doctor.
Under the direction of the doctor. Everything
because yes, because some of these medications have got adverse side effects for people. Like Faviflu, it cannot be given to people if they have liver disease or kidney disease. That's an example. Steroid inhaler can also be challenging for people which have got mouth ulcers or dental problems or thrush or herpes, etc. So all of these medications that I'm talking to you about. Sorry?
If someone wears, what are they called? To align the teeth.
Yeah, dentures. If they have, if they have dentures, it's fine. But if they have poor dental hygiene, so they've got abscesses or root canals or any other recent dental surgery, then these sprays can be more problematic because it's a steroid. So all of the names I've given you should always be used under the recommendation of a doctor.
All right. And अगर हमको Dolo 650 नहीं मिल रहा है, which again बहुत जगह खत्म होने लग गया है, and there's one question that had come कि Dolo 650 temperature कम करने के लिए दिया जाता है, but temperature, so is there a substitute to Dolo 650?
Crocin, normal Crocin or paracetamol.
अच्छा. All right. So डॉक्टर, नाउ हमको कोविड है, हम घर पे क्वारंटीन है, हमने डॉक्टर से पूछा है, उन्होंने हमें बताया है कि आप अपना जो ऑक्सीजन फ्लो है रेगुलेट कीजिए, whatever flow per minute है, आप medication जो आपने सब mention की हैं वो ले रहे हैं. Apart from that, खाना कौन सा खाएं? High on protein खाएं. What is the COVID diet, if I may say so?
I generally find that a light diet is very helpful for patients. So soup, like rice, khichdi, dahi, anything light because you're not going to be feeling very good. You're very uncomfortable. Your body's in pain. And when I had COVID, I found that to be very useful for me. Just keeping it light. Try and eat some fruits if you can. Fruits are wonderful. They're full of minerals and vitamin C and other vitamins, etc. So fruits are good as well to have. Don't have anything heavy. Sorry, you were going to ask?
Should we focus on the citrus fruits or just any fruit will do?
Any fruit is fine. I think citrus fruits are obviously higher in vitamins, particularly vitamin C, but all fruits are generally good for you to have. And of course, the home remedies of haldi, of turmeric, turmeric, haldi, ginger, garlic. These are all things, hot water with honey and lemon. These are all things, home remedies which help. But generally, there's no such thing as a very specific COVID diet. I would recommend you stay off heavy non-vegetarian food because that will just be very heavy for you, etc. And spicy food also will upset you. Yeah.
You just mentioned haldi, adrak, lasun. So the question that just came to my mind, a lot of people have been talking about the काढ़ा, कि आप काढ़ा बनाइए जो आपको हेल्प करेगा एंड जो कोविड है उसे कॉम्बैट करेगा. क्या ये ट्रू है, क्या ये फॉल्स है कि काढ़ा पीने से हमको हेल्प मिलती है? एंड बहुत सारे लोग कह रहे हैं, लाइक माय मदर आल्सो कॉल्ड अप एंड शी सेड, यू नो, कपूर, कैम्फर, उसकी पोटली बना के रखो, उसको इनहेल करो, अजवाइन खाओ. सो डज इट help? Does it aid, or they are useless?
I don't think it hinders. I have not seen any clinical scientific data to say that it helps. But if it makes you feel good and if it can add something to you, then there is no harm in trying. So I never stop people from taking it as long as they're not using it as a substitute. They're still taking the medication as well.
Doctor, जो ginger होता है, अदरक, it is very garam, it is warm, and we are already on antibiotics जो body को गरम कर रही है, acidity कर रही है. So अदरक फिर भी खाएं because they say that अदरक गरम होता है, तो गरम चीजों से जो तासीर जिसकी गरम होती है, do we stay away from it?
So there are two things. The first thing I will say is that antibiotics in a primary viral infection, most people, they just have the viral infection. There are very few people who have developed a secondary bacterial infection. Okay. So in people who just have COVID-19 and the lungs are affected with COVID-19, there is no benefit from taking an antibiotic. I know in the early days of the pandemic, of course, because we didn't know what could work, doctors were prescribing AZ500, doxycycline, ivermectin, etc. But we now know, and hydroxychloroquine, that is not effective in primary COVID viral illness. So don't take it. In fact, it may complicate things because you are inevitably starting to develop a resistance to antibiotics by taking antibiotics unnecessarily. Yeah. It can also affect the stomach mein hota hai wo, the gut flora, what we call the microbiome.
Yes.
The healthy virus, the healthy bacteria that live inside of us.
Yeah.
So when you take a lot of antibiotics, it upsets you there. So that's the first thing. I'm glad you brought it up, Smriti. So please don't take antibiotics. Secondly, when it comes to ginger, again, as I said, if you find it's helping you individually, then there is no harm. If you're someone who is particularly sensitive to hot foods and ginger particularly, I know some people, myself included, the stomach gets very raw and hot when you have a lot of ginger, then I would suggest you avoid it because you may end up confusing a lot of symptoms or making the body weaker when it needs to be strong.
All right. So someone just asked कि हम ripe banana खा सकते हैं जो कच्चा केला होता है. Can we have that in the
Yeah,
fruit?
there's no harm in that. Absolutely. Yeah.
So that doesn't cause more cough because.
Again, some people it irritates the throat. In a lot of people, it doesn't. So I think people are being sensible and they're having things which are relieving for them, comforting for them, nutritious for them, and helpful for them. Then there's no harm in taking these things.
Doctor, there's something called Yakult. So a lot of times when we are on these medicines, and you just spoke about the gut के बारे में आपने बात करी जो good bacteria होता है. So we see advertisements कि Yakult is very good for your gut. So do you think हमको Yakult अपने diet में add कर लेना चाहिए या दही खूब सारी खानी चाहिए?
I think dahi is very good. Homemade dahi is very good.
हाँ जी.
When you are in control of making the actual what's it called, the putti of the dahi at home, that is much better because you know the quality. I prefer not to get involved in different brands. So all I will say that for any of those probiotic drinks, and there are many drinks available on the market, they tend to have a very high level of sugar in each of them.
Yes, they do.
And sugar naturally suppresses the effect of your immune system. It irritates the gut. So when you've got an infection, you don't want to be having a lot of sugar, which is why I suggest to people to stay clear of these artificial probiotics. And a lot of our families anyway at home, because we live in India, we make our own dahi. Chas is available, buttermilk is available, a homemade paneer, ghee is available. So that's much better for you in the long run.
You just mentioned that sugar immunity के लिए बहुत खराब है, तो हम clearly कह सकते हैं कि आप अपनी diet में मीठा हटा दीजिए, fruit से जो मीठा आ रहा है वो खाइए, but अगर आप अभी right now in the situation that we have, मीठा कम कीजिए so that your immunity doesn't go down. So we can clearly say that.
Absolutely correct.
All right. All right. So, doctor, so the खाना is simple, घर का खाना, दाल खाइए, खिचड़ी खाइए. आपने बोला दही खाएं. So दही ferment होती है, तो I'm asking you a question like dosa. Do you think because dosa को ferment करते हैं, and some people say like having dosa for breakfast is very good because fermented food. So should we focus on the fermented food?
No, I was specifically talking about dahi because of the probiotic effect of lactobacillus, which is the primary organism in dahi. There are some people who respond well to fermented foods like dosas and kombucha and all the new things which are available on the market. There are some people who respond badly to it. Now is not the time to experiment with your food. Whatever you find is good for your body, keep eating that. If there are foods which irritate your body, stay away from that.
All right. So, doctor, we just spoke about कि हमें क्या खाना खाना चाहिए, and basically COVID is fight to keep your lungs strong. तो अगर हम घर पर हैं, हम ऑक्सीजन पर हैं, तो हम अपने ऐसी क्या lung exercises हैं जो हम कर सकते हैं to make our lungs strong?
Absolutely. I would encourage everyone to look at my Instagram handle. I had posted yesterday, my wife is a physiotherapist, and she had sent me a very nice diagram of what exercises, particularly what's called prone breathing. So how do you say it in Hindi? When you lie down on your stomach.
आप जब बल सोते हैं, उल्टा करके, सीधा नहीं, उल्टा सोते हैं. हाँ जी.
That's correct. And that has been shown to be very effective in helping people who've got an infection in their lungs. So they can visit my Instagram handle at docmrane or just click on it after we speak and they can look at that image. The other thing which is very effective is to do like yoga breathing exercises which strengthen the muscles in your chest. And what you can do is you sit up like I am and you take a deep, big breath in through your mouth, filling your lungs, so expanding them forward, back, and up and down. And then as you breathe out, you take a straw. I wish I had a straw here. You put a straw in your mouth and you blow out slowly through the straw. So you're breathing in through your lungs, you're filling your lungs, and then you're increasing the resistance when you're blowing out. Or if you have a balloon, you can practice blowing up the balloon and then letting the air out. And you only need to do that for 2 or 3 minutes every day. That will be very good for the lungs. And then this breathing position that I spoke about on Instagram, the picture I've uploaded, you can do that for 20 to 30 minutes in a day. That has also been shown to be very helpful.
तो आपको पेट के बल सोना नहीं है, because lot of people have started saying कि पेट के बल सो तो अच्छी सांस आएगी, आपका जो लंग है expanded रहेगा, and so it is not like that. बस दिन के 20-25 मिनट हम prone breathing करें, sleeping on the stomach.
No, you can do that for 3 or 4 times in a day. Some people are very comfortable on their stomach. Other people find it very uncomfortable. So I suggest you start slowly. You do it for 20 to 30 minutes, and you can do it 2 to 3 times in a day. And as you get more comfortable with that, you can slowly start to increase the time that you do it for.
All right. Dr. Rani, we spoke about कि अगर हमको कोविड है, हमने अपना CT स्कैन करवाया है, CT स्कैन में क्लियरली हमारी हालत माइल्ड नहीं है, माइल्ड 7 से ऊपर हमारा कोराड स्कोर आ रहा है, हमारा जो ऑक्सीजन लेवल है वो 94 से कम है, हमने डॉक्टर से बात करी है, लकीली हमारे पास एक ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर है जिसको हम यूज कर रहे हैं, हम ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइजेस प्राणायाम कर रहे हैं, ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइजेस डॉक्टर ने अभी मेंशन करी कि स्ट्रॉ में ब्लो कीजिए या एक गुब्बारा फुग्गे में बलून में हवा डालिए, वो फूल जाएगा, सो वो भी लंग्स की जो एक्सरसाइजेस है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग करेगा, पेट के बल सोइए, खाना हम अच्छा खा रहे हैं, हम सब कर रहे हैं, बट स्टिल वी सी कि we are not really recovering or we are dipping. So when is that point? What are the parameters? What are the numerical values that we see, the heart rate, the oxygen level, or I don't know what, that now is the time that घर पे नहीं रह सकते, we need to go to the hospital.
Yeah. If your symptoms are getting worse, any of your symptoms, your cough is getting worse, your breathing is getting worse, your diarrhea is getting worse, your fever is not going away. If any of your clinical symptoms are getting worse, you need to be talking with your doctor about a potential admission. Number one. Number two, if your oxygen level is going below 91, 92 and is staying really low for a long time, even if you're on your home oxygen,
all right,
that is that may also be a trigger that maybe it's time for you to be considered to get into getting into hospital. The third thing is that we do a number of blood tests. So some of the blood tests that we do, and I won't go into the names of the blood tests, but generally speaking, we do blood tests to measure the inflammation in your body. There are 4 or 5 tests. People may have heard of D-dimer, CRP, IL-6, ferritin levels, ESR, etc. All of these things are telling me the level of inflammation in your body. And in some people, around day 7, 8, 9, they have something called a cytokine storm. That's where the inflammatory mechanism of the body suddenly kicks into action. And at that point in time, if I repeat a blood test, I'll see all of those numbers shooting up really fast.
I see.
In that situation, a person may be considered, actually should be considered, to start on steroids and thought about, is there a requirement for hospital if they don't respond well to steroids over the next 48 hours?
I see. तो अगर आपकी तबीयत नहीं ठीक हो रही है, आप होम क्वारंटीन कर रहे हैं, तो डॉक्टर आपको रिकमेंड करेंगे a series of blood tests, say about 4 or 5 blood tests जो उन्होंने मेंशन किए हैं, एंड उस पे फिर डॉक्टर डिसाइड करेंगे कि आपको स्टेरॉइड्स पे डालेंगे या नेक्स्ट कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन क्या होगा. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right. Doctor, now we just spoke about, हमने जितनी भी बात करी उन सब लोगों के लिए जो symptoms show कर रहे हैं, but there are some people who have COVID and they are asymptomatic. What does this mean, and what do we do about it? Like,
we wish we knew why that was the case. There is no information available to us right now why fit people become very unwell, why healthy people have severe disease, why people who are much old are completely asymptomatic. We don't know.
You just mentioned, because you were in the front line and आपने mention किया कि आपको COVID हो गया, आप इतने extreme conditions में आपने अपनी body को literally you've been there, आपने Everest में expedition किया है, आप marathon runner हैं, you know, and you're a doctor, आप अपनी immunity का ध्यान रखते हैं, खाना पीना सोना, and still you know, कहा जाता है कि immunity is directly proportional to how well you can fight the COVID-19 virus, and आपको भी हो गया. So does it have to do anything with the genes of a person?
There is probably a genetic component. COVID is only 1 year old. COVID-19, as we know it, is only 1 year old. So we're still learning. So if you're asymptomatic, the most important thing that you can do is protect the people around you. And that means to isolate yourself, to get yourself tested, to isolate yourself, and just stay away from other people so that you don't pass it on to other people around you.
All right, doctor, तो basically आप कह रहे हैं कि symptoms किसी के पता चल रहे हैं, किसी के नहीं पता चल रहे, तो सबको एक बार कोविड टेस्ट करा लेना चाहिए so that we all know कि where do we stand?
No, if you have no symptoms, then obviously there's no way of knowing that you should do a COVID test.
Yeah.
If you've got any doubt in your mind that you have COVID, either because you've had a few symptoms, you've met someone in the last few days that has turned positive, and now you're 3 or 4 days after that, so you want to get yourself tested. The rule of thumb is to test yourself rather than not test yourself, because if you test yourself and you come positive, then at least we know what to do. We can quarantine, we can isolate, we can treat. If you don't test yourself, we don't know what to do.
Doctor, that now we were home quarantining, हम hospital तक पहुंच गए. Now is the time कि now we have to admit ourselves, and you said कि when is the time that now आपको hospital में जाना है. So
yeah.
You worked, you were volunteered in 2020. आपने volunteer किया Mumbai Municipal Corporation के साथ. You were treating the patients. You've been there, serving all of us. तो अगर कोई first time, suppose I don't belong to Mumbai, and what if मुझे COVID हो जाता है? I stay by myself and I have to be rushed to the hospital. I might have a friend accompanying me. So what is the mental and emotional state that one has to be ready while entering the hospital in the current scenario? And they say now that little information, it empowers you. तो hospital में हमें क्या-क्या चीजें पता होनी चाहिए कि जब हम admit हो, and because doctors कम हैं और इतने सारे लोग बीमार हैं, तो हमें क्या वो pertaining important questions हैं जो डॉक्टर से पूछने चाहिए for our benefit अगर हम hospital में हैं कि डॉक्टर ये कैसा है. So could you guide us on that, please?
It's very difficult. What I will say is that there are so many incredible citizen-led volunteering groups which have now appeared in almost every major city in India. And I recommend that if you ask, someone has asked about volunteering.
Volunteering. Yeah. So could you please guide us on that?
No, there are many. Whose handle? I was on the actress Alia Bhatt's handle today, and I know on her handle she has posted a lot of different phone numbers of different COVID volunteer groups. But you can search on Instagram, you can search on Facebook, you can search on the internet. There are many. Please reach out and ask for help. Everyone is in a position to be able to help, lend a hand right now. Everyone is being forthcoming. They're being so generous with their time, and they're helping strangers whom they never met or will never meet. So please don't feel alone right now. That's the worst thing to feel like right now. The corporations are doing a very good job. They've set up central phone numbers. There are war rooms in every city, in every ward now, in most major cities as well. So you can call the ward. You can ask them about the nearest bed. They can advise you where you can go, which is the COVID facility, which is not a COVID facility, because remember, people are falling sick apart from COVID now as well. So you still need to go to hospital and see doctors as well. So you can find out which hospital you can go to. And once you get there, The things you would want to know are obviously you're being admitted onto a COVID ward. How can you communicate with your family? Whether it's your mobile phone, whether it's a phone in the ward that people can call, how you can get information about yourself, how your family can get information about you if something happens to you. That's also very important. And now, of course, there's a big challenge with oxygen and with a lot of drugs like remdesivir and
Yes.
tocilizumab and other types of drugs which are very scarce. So hospitals are asking you to asking the patient sometimes to source the medications themselves. In these situations, you need to tap into that volunteer network that I just spoke about.
So nowadays, is it true that the hospitals are saying कि आप अपना oxygen cylinder ले आओ तो हम आपको एक bed दे देंगे? Is it true? I have no idea.
I have heard stories, but I don't know which hospital. And all I can say is that it's a very difficult time that we're all going through. Everyone is trying their best.
हाँ जी. अभी recently बोला गया है कि हमको 2 मास्क लगाने चाहिए, which is mandatory and compulsory. So sir, which mask? जो एक normal कपड़े का mask होता है, cotton mask, is it okay? Or a cotton mask and then N95 mask, or a N95 mask and a shield one should wear? What should one do?
The only people who should be wearing an N95.
I've lost your voice.
In direct contact with a patient. Otherwise, there is no requirement to wear an N95 mask. The reason being, an N95 mask has a filter, and what you're doing is you're actually blowing air out. So the whole idea of the mask is, yes, it gives you protection, as in if I wear a mask right now,
Protecting me from air coming in, but very little. The main role of a mask is to stop my aerosol from going through and infecting other people around me, which is why 2 cloth masks, like I have it here, I keep it next to me all the time. 2 cloth masks are all you require. Simple, ordinary cloth masks, but double them up so that you're doubling the barriers which are there, and it'll prevent the transmission of COVID-19 to people around you. There's no requirement for N95 unless you're a doctor, nurse, or a person looking after a COVID patient.
Dr. Rane, I'm so sorry I've already taken up an hour of yours. Would you be able to give us at least 15 minutes more? Because there's so many more questions.
Yes. We can go to 10-15 if that's okay. Yeah.
I'm on it. Okay, so all right. So कितने दिन लगते हैं हमको COVID से recover करने में? And next कब test करवाएं?
There is no fixed number of days. For most people, if they're in a mild category, they're usually better within 10 to 14 days, which is why the recommendation on isolation and self-quarantine is 14 days. You can, if you want, repeat a test after 14 or 15 days. In most people, I've seen that test comes back positive again, but the CT value is much higher. It'll be 30, 32, 33, etc. So I actually don't suggest to people they repeat the test. If they've been isolated for 14 days and they've been symptom-free for at least 7 days, then they are okay to then go back out to the community, and they need not necessarily have to have a second test.
All right. So जब हम recover कर रहे हैं, recovery stage पे हैं, जो तो खाना जो हम during COVID खा रहे थे, हम वही खाएं कि कोई चीजें extra add करें, और extra नहीं तो exercise add करें. Like जब हम recover हो जाते हैं.
No, don't do exercise.
All right.
No. Take your time with exercise. Don't try and do any exercise. If you're someone like me who used to love running a long distance, you need to tell your brain that for the next 4 or 5 weeks, it's time to slow down and just do some very simple walking, stretching, yoga, nothing more strenuous than that, because there's a lot of fatigue. There's a lot of body pain. There's a lot of tiredness that's associated with COVID. And you will probably do more harm than good in the long run if you try and get back into exercise too quickly.
All right. Doctor, the most asked question about vaccination. First में से गवर्नमेंट ने बोला है कि 18 साल से ऊपर आप वैक्सीनेशन करा सकते हैं. पहले जब वैक्सीन बन के आई कोई जा नहीं रहा था. And the vaccine जो अभी बन के आई है कोविड के लिए, it's the fastest मतलब the whole world collaborated together and the fastest vaccine जो बन के आ गई है, and we should be thankful, but now again we are questioning that should we not. So the most burning question, कौन सी वैक्सीन लगाएं? Is it Covishield? Is it Covaxin? Is it the Sputnik K vaccine? Which one?
My answer is this: जो भी vaccine मिलेगा आपको, आप ले लो. There are too many variances. We're still learning the data, all of these things. The best thing to do is to get yourself vaccinated. I will say be careful, because I have seen a number of patients who picked up the virus probably from the vaccination center because they were not physical distancing. It's so busy, it's so crowded, etc. So please be careful when you go. Make sure you're wearing your double mask. Make sure if you're old, make sure you're wearing a shield. Maintain your distance. Don't talk to people. All of those things. Act like responsible citizens and help other people around you.
All right. Diabetic patients, can they have the COVID vaccine?
They must have it.
All right. Pregnant women?
They can have it now. There was worries about it earlier on, but now Pfizer and Moderna have said that pregnant and breastfeeding mothers can be given it. I think AstraZeneca will be saying the same thing any day soon.
All right.
But you can check with your gynecologist before you go, in case you are pregnant or breastfeeding.
All right. अगर कोई टाइफाइड की medicines ले रहा है, तो with that medication वो vaccine COVID की भी ले सकते हैं? Someone asked.
Yeah, if you are suffering from an acute illness, an acute infection, virus, bacterial, parasitic, etc., you should not have the vaccine until you are feeling better.
All right. किसी को अगर कोई skin problems है, someone said I have eczema, shall I not?
Yeah, the only situation is if you have an allergic skin reaction to medication. In that situation, you need to take it with some precaution. If you've got eczema, psoriasis, normal known diseases which are well treated with other medication, there's no problem. As I said, it's only in people who have something called a hypersensitivity reaction. So they get a skin reaction, an allergy to food or other types of medications. There, they need to take the advice of their doctor.
Doctor, loads of ladies ask this question that, when we have our periods, can we go and get the vaccination? So many of them asked.
Yes, you can.
All right. Nebulizer जो होता है, does that work? Can we take? And someone asked कि methylene blue. Can we take methylene blue to? What is methylene blue like for the?
Methylene blue is a medication which is used for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD or emphysema patients. The nebulization machine can be useful when there is a steroid added to it. It's exactly the same as what I was saying, the budesonide inhaler. Well, the nebulizer is just another way, a longer way of taking that same medication. So speak to your doctor. Again, it depends on the severity of your illness and what other conditions you have. So don't just try and do things on your own. This is not the time to experiment.
Someone asked that Astylene Respules, if I take 2.5 ml twice, can I not?
I'm not familiar with what that is. Sorry, I don't know what that brand is.
All right. Okay. So, कितने टाइम बाद हम वैक्सीनेशन कराने जा सकते हैं? सपोज नाउ आई हैव रिकवर्ड, मैं कितना ब्रेक दूं? लाइक आई हैव रिकवर्ड, मेरा कोविड टेस्ट नेगेटिव आया है, कैन आई इमीडिएटली गो एंड गेट माय सेल्फ वैक्सीनेटेड और डू आई वेट?
No, the recommendation is to wait for 4 weeks from the resolution of symptoms.
All right. Someone had asked कि जो पहला कोविड वैक्सीन का जो बैच आया था, जो वैक्सीनेशन आया था, उन्होंने तब फर्स्ट वैक्सीनेशन लगाई, फर्स्ट शॉट, एंड उसके बाद इतना गैप हो गया, तो अब अगर वो फिर से वो जाएंगे, सो द सेकंड शॉट विल सफाइस और फिर से दो शॉट्स लगाने पड़ेंगे?
It's a very, very good question. I was interviewed on Business Insider on this very same topic a few days ago. And the honest answer is the world doesn't know. The longest study which we have available, which was a Lancet report, looked at a duration of 12 weeks between first injection and second injection. And they found that 12 weeks was a good amount of time. In fact, in that group, they actually had the highest level of overall antibodies circulating after the vaccine. We don't know what happens after 12 weeks, which is why if you had your first vaccine, please make sure you plan to get your second one soon. What I know almost with some degree of certainty, and a lot of immunologists around the world have also said this, is that we can expect to have to take a third vaccine at some point in the year, and probably from another manufacturer, to try and give us a separate, different level of protection from the new variants, the new technology, etc. So don't think that after you have the
ये जो वायरस है फिर से म्यूटेट हो जाएगा. You said
say that again. Sorry, I lost you.
You just mentioned that थोड़े टाइम में maybe हमको एक थर्ड वैक्सीन जब भी आएगी वो हमें लेनी पड़ेगी. So is that what you're saying is कि जो ये mutant आया है, जो नया variation आया है, फिर से mutate हो जाएगा, that we would be required to take a third vaccine? Is that what?
It's very possible that, and viruses mutate all the time. So we can imagine, and we've already seen 4 major mutations. We saw the UK strain, the Brazilian strain, the South African strain, and now the Maharashtra strain.
Yeah.
So it is likely to assume that there will be other mutations over the next 6-12 months. Whether they are severe enough that we need to create a new vaccine, or we can create a vaccine to the strains that we already have, those are decisions which are being made at a global level by the scientific community. All I'm saying is that do not let you have a vaccine right now. The best thing to do for yourself is plan properly, get your vaccine, and until then, make sure you are protecting yourself, staying away from others, etc.
Just 2 more questions, doctor. जब हम दोनों वैक्सीन ले लेते हैं, हम कितने टाइम तक सेफ हैं?
It takes around 2 to 3 weeks after the second vaccine for your antibody levels to be at a level which gives you a good degree of protection. But that data is based on the strains which are currently prevalent in the US. This is information which came from the CDC, Center of Control in the US. We don't know what that protection is for the B1617 or the B1618 variant.
All right.
So we mustn't act irresponsibly.
So we all are at home. We all are quarantined, and we're working from home. Schools are shut. Colleges are shut. We are shut together, or we are all alone, shut in a house. And it's taking a psychological toll on us. How do we combat it? Because I think so. This is another. What do we do about it? Could you guide us?
It's perhaps the hardest psychological experiment / experience that we've ever faced. I think sessions like this, where they can have a conversation with someone like you using a digital platform, that's always a very good way, and reminding ourselves that we may be physically disconnected from other people. That doesn't mean we need to be emotionally or mentally or psychologically disconnected from other people. So do things that you enjoy, watch things that you enjoy, read a book, stay healthy, discover new aspects of yourself, journal, write things down. I think there are lots of opportunities for us in this point in time. I started 2 businesses in the last year. I launched a book. So I've tried to keep myself very busy that I can. And I think if we all allow ourselves the opportunity, we can try and do the same as well.
So we keep making short-term goals so that every day we...
Short-term goals.
Best and zeal.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Just one more thing. Like you are in Mumbai, you're in South Mumbai. I live in Mumbai. And मुंबई में अधिकतर लोग अभी पहले तो बड़े बड़े घर होते थे, अब सोसाइटीज में रहते हैं. सोसाइटीज में बहुत सारे फ्लैट्स होते हैं. What is the preparation that we can do on a society level to combat this pandemic? Like I live in a society with so many buildings and flats. तो ऐसी क्या चीजें मैं precautionary ले सकते हैं as a society?
I think that's a great question. I think number one is have a shared collective response. So like in our society, we have an oxygen concentrator, which is available for anyone that lives in the entire society, including staff as well, or part-time staff as well. So it's rather than everyone going out and buying all these machines, I think it's much better for people to share and pool their resources. That's number one. The second thing that I started to do just today, we've created a local initiative in Cuff Parade, which is where I live, where we are now collecting unused medications of people who've had COVID. There are lots of tablets that are left over. I'm collecting all of that and we're sorting them out, and then we're going to be giving them to underprivileged or people who don't have access, who can't afford the medications. Again, that's a great way of not wasting and giving back to people who can't do it.
So I've lost your voice.
So I think there are lots of ways that we can each be responsible, active citizens in our local community. And you don't have to be a doctor to be able to give right now. We can all find our own way of giving right now.
All right. Do you think, like, when you're talking about community, जब हमारे पास आसपास लोग होते हैं, जब हमारे interpersonal relationships होते हैं, do you think that also helps us in times like these? It makes us the stress level go down.
Can you say that again? Sorry, my earphones have died, so I couldn't hear you.
हाँ जी, आपने अभी जिस community के बारे में बात किया, जैसे as a community आप कैसे चीजें कर सकते हैं. So that brings me to the question that जो relations होते हैं, जो interpersonal relations होते हैं, community bonding है, especially जो इंडिया में बहुत अच्छी है as compared to the other countries. Do you think this is one of the factor that is helpful in overcoming situations like these or building up immunity, or is it anyhow related?
I think the sense of community is very important, but it can be a double-edged sword. We are naturally a much more social culture, and what we must now ensure we do is stay physically disconnected from one another and not gather in large groups or see each other in each other's homes, etc. So I know that's very challenging for people. So we need to keep that social fabric together, but do so in a way which doesn't allow the transmission physically of the virus.
Physically apart, emotionally together.
Absolutely. Well said.
All right. So is there anything else that you would like to say for us to know? There are still a lot of questions that are unanswered, but I've already taken so much of your time. I will not be greedy, though I am very greedy. But there is anything else that you would like to add, just as pointers to wind up this whole conversation?
No, I'll just reiterate the fact that no one is alone right now. You can always reach out to someone, I'm sure, who's willing to help. There are so many citizen-led initiatives going on. There are so many platforms like what Smriti is doing right now, where they're trying to disseminate good information, medical accurate information to everyone. So please utilize that, take care of yourselves, look after yourselves. And I'm very happy to come back again at another time. I know there are lots of questions, but I'm very wary of my wife having to keep the two kids on their own. So I'm happy to do this again in a couple of weeks' time, and we can help people as well.
So the book that your book, it talks about the human physiology and how in extreme conditions, I haven't read it, but I've gotten an idea that how आपकी जो body है, it's just like a machine, how, accommodate कर लेती है. And, sometime in future, I would like to talk about the human-body relation and how the body becomes the mind and, something on that front. So I am
happy to do advance. All right. Happy to do so. Thank you so much for having me this evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rane. Thank you so very much for being with us.
Thank you. See you, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night.
Goodbye. Goodbye. So that was Dr. Marcus Rane, जो हमारे साथ थे. उन्होंने अपना समय निकाला. हमारे पास आए, इतने सारे questions थे, उन्होंने answer किए. उन्होंने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आंसर किए आप लोगों के, जो सब हमने कंपाइल कर लिए थे. आई होप ये हेल्पफुल रहा. प्लीज ये जो सेशन है शेयर कीजिए. जो मेडिसिन डॉक्टर ने मेंशन करी हैं वो प्लीज नोट डाउन कर लीजिए. कैसे अगर आपके पास ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर है घर पे रखा है उसको कैसे यूज करना है, प्लीज ये सब दोबारा सुनिए, ये इंफॉर्मेशन पास ऑन कीजिए सो दैट ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग बेनिफिट करें, बिकॉज हॉस्पिटल बेड्स अवेलेबल नहीं है। हम सब खुद जितना अपने लिए कर पा रहे हैं कर रहे हैं। एंड मैंने जो भी ये लाइन बोली, जितना अपने लिए कर पा रहे हैं कर रहे हैं, प्लीज मत ये मत बोलिए दैट यू नो यू ऑल्सो हैव टू हेल्प अदर्स। एंड प्लीज डू नॉट फॉरगेट दैट दिस वायरस इज अ थ्रेट, पीपल आर नॉट a threat. So please be kind to others, be kind to yourself. Please take care of yourself. When I say be kind to yourself, अच्छे से सोइए, because sleep is one of the factors जो आपकी immunity को strong करते हैं. Having said so, मैं भी पूरी रात 3-3 बजे तक जगती हूँ, मेरा sleep cycle totally off है. तो अच्छी 8 घंटे की नींद, अच्छा खाना, जो मैं बाहर से ऑर्डर करती हूँ जो अब मैं कम कर दूंगी डेफिनेटली, अच्छा खाना, अच्छी स्लीप, अच्छा एक्सरसाइज, ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइजेस। डॉक्टर मार्कस के इंस्टाग्राम पे आप जरूर जाइए, उन्होंने पोस्ट डाला है कि कैसे छाती के बल ऐसे लेट कर आप करते तो आपकी ब्रीदिंग पावर बढ़ती है, आपकी लंग पावर बढ़ती है। ये सब मेंशन है, ये सब चीजें कीजिए। प्लीज बी इन टच विद योर डॉक्टर मैसेज के थ्रू, आप रोज रोज कॉल ना करिए, बट यू नो बी इन टच, उनसे पूछते रहिए, बी अवेयर, बी अलर्ट। एंड someone has just sent laughing smileys. I know it is for my saying that मैं बाहर से नहीं खाऊंगी, but Ian, I'm going to do that. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you so very much आपने टाइम निकाला. I really hope that this session helped you. COVID do's and don'ts. It is so much better कि हमको कोई medical expert आके बताए rather than जो forwarded WhatsApp messages हैं कि हम काढ़ा पी लें और ये कर लें वो कर लें. डॉक्टर ने clearly बोला है कि मास्क आप नॉर्मल 2 कॉटन के मास्क लगाएं तो भी ठीक है. So please 2 मास्क लगाएं. See you next Sunday in Sunday Live Session with me, Smriti Kalra. Thank you so very much. कोई भी आपको और questions हो, please reach out to Dr. Rane, reach out to whoever you can, and stay home, stay safe.